Hi dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to this edition of Cricket Happenings, this on a Sunday. Unfortunately, dear friends and subscribers, I do apologize that due to a lot of household chores, I had to actually come pretty late on this Cricket Happenings show. Nevertheless, without any further ado, let's get back to the real core of business, and that is cricket. Well, today on this Cricket Happening show, what you're going to look at is, as you know, today was the last match of the Indian Tour of England, and well, India could have definitely ended off on a real high, but unfortunately that was not. And the man who normally can finish a match in a flash, the Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni, unfortunately failed this time. Not only did he fail, but he also took the responsibility of doing it on his own, even though he had Ambati Rayudu with him. And well, one does not know whether that was the right way that Mahendra Singh Dhoni should have done it, because 99 times out of 100, Mahendra Singh Dhoni would have actually finished the match for India. The margin was pretty slender, and as I said, India ended off the tour of New Zealand, unfortunately, with an exciting match that happened at Birmingham. But well, it definitely resulted in the home team victory, as England won the final T20 match by just 3 runs. With 16 runs required of the final over, Mahendra Singh Dhoni was on strike to Chris Woakes. He slammed him for a 6, but unfortunately, it's only they finished 3 runs short. And as I said, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the Indian captain, is normally a very good finisher. We have seen that. He has done in many international cricket matches. He has done it in the Indian Premier League. And it was a real sort of a surprise that Mahendra Singh Dhoni, well, he's a human being. And well, Mahendra Singh Dhoni unfortunately couldn't deliver, and it was it. But the only criticism that could be raging is whether Mahendra Singh Dhoni did the right thing in not giving Ambati Rayudu the strike, and especially considering that Ambati Rayudu had reeled off 250s in his 2 one-day international matches, and Ambati Rayudu was making his debut, so probably that was the reason which prompted Mahendra Singh Dhoni to shield Ambati Rayudu, and he took it upon himself to actually actually make those 16 runs. Probably he trusted his confidence, but well, you know, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, every time, as I said, 99 times out of 100, he has always done it. But today, unfortunately, you couldn't finish it off for India. Well, so we'll look at that match which happened. But India, that's the end of the tour of England. And England would be pretty happy that they could beat India today. And then we'll have a look at the test match that is happening, where today, as I very rightly said in my Cricket Happening show, that West Indies would probably declare. Well, I said 500, but in fact, West Indies declared at the score of 484 for 7. And well, by doing that, Tajiul Islam, the left-arm spinner, the test debutant, was very, very impressive, I thought, in his very, very first match, and in his very first knock at test cricket, he actually got a 5-wicket bag, and that was a very, very good performance from Tajiul Islam. And I think Tajiul Islam is looking a real talent in the making, because what we are really hearing from the cricketing experts here is that Tajiul Islam is the left-arm spinner, and he's the only bowler who is really giving the ball a lot of air. And another thing is that Tajiul Islam is able to actually turn the ball. Now that is not a lot of Bangladeshi spinners have done in the past, because they have probably relied on some sliders or the arm ball, that is the weapon of a left armer. But here we saw Tajiul Islam. Not only does he have the special delivery, he also has a lot of weapons in his armory, and he is not afraid to actually toss up the ball to the batsman. And that is very important for a left-arm spinner, to toss the ball up in the air. And Tajiul Islam is not afraid to do that. And well, he was duly rewarded with 47 overs, 9 maidens, 135 runs and 5 wickets. So that is one of the shining pieces for Bangladesh in this particular match. And well, Bangladesh once again, their batting couldn't really meet the West Indies bowlers. It resulted in Suleiman Benn ending with a 5-wicket haul, bowled superbly, I thought, and the Bangladeshi innings were wound up for 182. In fact, so Bangladesh were under immense pressure. They were all out for 182 in the first innings, and that was stumps on day 3. So we are heading on to day 4 with only the thing left is that whether tomorrow West Indies are going to enforce the follow on. So that is the thing which one has to see in the morning, whether the West Indian captain would actually go on. Dinesh Ramadhan, as you know, is the captain of the team, and whether he will go on and actually enforce the follow on tomorrow. So that is something that one has to really watch. And I think there should not be any reason why West Indies would not be enforcing the follow on. They are 302 runs behind, so Bangladesh are definitely in the dumps as far as the first test match is concerned. Well, so let's leave from here. Let's get on to some exciting stuff. As I said, let's look at the match which happened between England and India, where India finished off the tour of England, unfortunately, by losing by 3 runs. And this was played at Edgbaston, Birmingham, in front of a full packed, real packed house here at Edgbaston. And one can see that there was a lot of Indian presence at Edgbaston, cheering off the Indian players. But unfortunately, in the end, even though the crowd would have definitely got their their money's worth today, with the match going down to the wire, but still India couldn't actually pull it off. Well, so just talking about this game, well, it was actually England actually who won the toss, and they decided to bat first. And what was most important was that Jason Roy from England was making his test debut, and as I said, he has scored tons of runs in domestic cricket. He has a good strike rate, and that was the thing which one was looking out for. And you know, he was opening with Alex Hales, and for India it was Ambati Rayudu and the Karan Sharma, the right arm leg spinner, making his debut for India. Now, as far as Jason Roy was concerned, Jason Roy and Hales started, and well, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, as we all know, what a good captain he is. He probably sensed something, that he probably understood that Jason Roy is making his test debut, and you know, he's the one who should be watched out for. Well, immediately the first over, he did not actually give the new cherry to the pace bowlers. He actually handed the ball to Ravichandran Ashwin. Well, Ravichandran's first ball, the first ball in international cricket, was met by Jason Roy with a straight bat. It was just a sort of a dab, and there was no run. But the second delivery, we saw Jason Roy reverse sweeping Ravichandran Ashwin into the fence for 4. It was a good shot. But after that, Jason Roy was actually at the non-strikers end, and Alex Hales was looking very aggressive. He started attacking the bowlers. In fact, I would say that Alex Hales was the one who really provided a lot of impetus early on in the innings in the company of Jason Roy. But as I said, Jason Roy, unfortunately, even though Alex Hales was the one who was doing all the hitting, in fact, Alex Hales was so severe that the first over that Ravichandran Ashwin bowled went for 17 runs, with Alex Hales coming down the wicket hitting for a 6. And then not only did he hit Ashwin for a 6, he also deposited Mohit Sharma into the stands for a 6. So he was looking pretty confident in his stroke making, and Jason Roy at the other end was there at the other end. And finally, Jason Roy he could contribute only 8 runs, as he was Mohammad Shami picked up his wicket as he was caught by Rahane for 8 of 10 balls with 1 4. So that was not a good beginning for Jason Roy in his first international match. Well, but Jason Roy is a real talent, and I'm sure we are going to hear a lot about Jason Roy in this England setup. And then Alex Hales was there. Alex Hales was looking pretty good. He was really attacking the Indian bowlers. And then Moeen Ali came in, and then India got immediate reward, as Moeen Ali, in fact, Jason Roy was also, as you know, he was caught in the cover region of the bowling of Mohammad Shami, and then now Mohit Sharma's turn to get the wicket of Moeen Ali. When Moeen Ali tried to crack a ball through the cover region, Ajinkya Rahane once again coming into the equation, picking up the catch, and Moeen Ali was out for a blob. So that made the score 27 for 2. Alex Hales was still there in his attacking. He was always, he's there with his attacking instinct, and Joe Root joined him. And then finally, once with Alex Hales, as I said, he was the one who was scoring the majority of the runs in the company of Joe Root. And then Alex Hales finally was gone, as Jadeja picked up his wicket. Once again, Rahane coming into the equation as he picked up a catch, and he was on real duty there. Ajinkya Rahane picking up 3 catches early on, and then Alex Hales was sent back to the pavilion, Got Rahane bowled Jadeja for 40 of 25 balls with 3 fours and 3 sixes. And then with all those impetus which was provided by Alex Hales, once Alex Hales was out, suddenly there was a bit of a stutter in this England lineup. In fact, in the sense they lost the wicket. They lost the wicket of Karan Sharma, who was the right-arm leg spinner who was making his debut. Was not very impressive today. In fact, he was spraying a lot of deliveries. He was actually a bit short and he was pulled away by the England batsman. But then he definitely got his first international wicket as he got rid of Joe Root for 26 of 29 balls with 2 fours. And then we saw, and when we saw the arrival of Ian Morgan. And once Ian Morgan came, well, he had a good look. He came in and he didn't really start really belting the ball, but he definitely was there to do something extraordinary tomorrow. You know, and Morgan has been, as you know, Morgan was the captain in this particular this particular T20 team of England, and the onus was definitely on him. And you know, England were, I wouldn't say they were not in a bad situation at 85 for 4 in the 12th over and Root departed, but then after that Buttler joined them, and they decided to really see off the ball, in the sense they really tried to you know, just steady it a bit. And once they were doing it, Buttler, after contributing 10, was a victim of Mohammad Shami of 10 of 15 balls, which made the score 130 for 5. And once from the score, once Buttler departed, it was absolutely electric stuff coming in, and the man who did that was the English captain Morgan. Morgan was absolutely slamming the bowling. It was a crackerjack of a knock from him, and what a knock that was. Well, he spared nobody. He went after everybody. He deposited Jadeja into the stands. He went after Ashwin. He went after Mohit Sharma. Everybody getting the treatment. They were deposited clean as a whistle into the stands, and it was some tremendous hitting that we saw from Morgan. And Morgan contributed a very hard hit 71 of just 31 deliveries, in which he slammed 7 sixes and 3 fours, and that was what. And then Ravi Bopara came in and played a real cameo of 21 unbeaten runs of just 9 deliveries, 3 fours and 1 6, and that was it. And England sat on a score of 180 for 7, which was considered to be a decent score. 180 for 7 of 20 overs. It was a challenging score, no doubt about that. And today it was the sun was shining brightly, so absolutely the pitch was absolutely tailor-made for batting. As far as the bowling was concerned, Ravichandran Ashwin 4 overs none for 37. Mohit Sharma 4 overs no more than 1 for 39 for him. Mohammad Shami 3 for 38 was the most successful, and 1 wicket apiece to Karan Sharma, making his international debut. 4 overs no more than 1 for 28. Ravindra Jadeja 4 overs no more than 1 for 35, and then the Indian innings started. For India, it all started with Ajinkya Rahane and Dhawan walking into open, and and Rahane once again failed as left arm as Moeen Ali picked up the wicket of Ajinkya Rahane as he clean bowled him for 8 of 4 balls, which made the score 10 for 1 in the second over. After that, Virat Kohli, the out of form Virat Kohli, walked in to join Shikhar Dhawan, and well, today we saw an absolutely transformed Virat Kohli, as this was the first time in this whole series that Virat Kohli really came into his own, as he was playing some very majestic strokes that he is known for. And today he was timing the ball well. The ball was travelling from the meaty part of the bat. It was good to see. Shikhar Dhawan, on the other hand, was also giving him good company by hitting 2 fours and 2 sixes, and suddenly things were really going pretty well for India, as there was a 79-run partnership between Shikhar Dhawan and Virat Kohli, which took the score to 89. And when the score reached 89, Dhawan was a victim, as he was trying an ugly hoik down the leg side, as he lost his stumps to Chris Woakes for 33 of 28 deliveries with 2 fours and 2 sixes, which made the score 89 for 2. But Virat Kohli was there, and Virat Kohli, as I said, was looking in his element today for the first time in this particular tour of England. At least he would be glad that he's going back to India with 150 to his name on this tour, as he went on to score 66 runs of just 41 deliveries with 9 fours and 1 beautiful 6 that he hit. and Suresh Raina joined him, and once again, once Suresh Raina joined Virat Kohli, we all know they are very, very good runners between the wickets. They were really, really putting the pressure on the English fielders, and they were getting some quick singles, and in between they were playing some very good strokes, especially Virat Kohli. And then finally Virat Kohli was dismissed as he tried to hook a delivery from Finn, but in the end he actually top-edged it. Hales took the catch as Virat Kohli for the first time in the Tour of England getting to a 50, and that would have definitely made him pretty happy, as he was gone for 66 of 41 balls with 9 fours and 1 6, and that made the score 131 for 3 in the 15th over. But still a lot of job to be done. 49 runs were still required, but there were only 34 legal deliveries remaining. Mahendra Singh Dhoni joined Raina, and this was the pair to really do it. But Suresh Raina, unfortunately, after making 25 runs of 20 deliveries, 1 4 and 1 6, was castled by Harry Gurney, the left-arm seamer, for 25, which made things a bit tough for India with the score on 145 for 4 in the 17th over. And Jadeja, unfortunately, going on to a run which was not needed at all at the particular juncture, had to go as he was run out with a Bopara Finn combination for 7 of 4 balls with 1 4, and that made the score 153 for 5. And then Dhoni was there, so India definitely had hope. And Dhoni, well, as you know, Dhoni definitely is one who really means business. So Dhoni was joined in by Ambati Rayudu, and as I said, once Jadeja was gone, that made things probably it was the equation at that particular juncture was 14 balls left, and they required another 27 runs. And with Mahendra Singh Dhoni at the crease, anything is possible, and it was not a big task at all with Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Ambati Rayudu at the crease. But as I said, finally it all went down to the final over from Chris Woakes. The first ball that Chris Woakes bowled to Dhoni was dispatched for a 6. The second delivery, Dhoni went for a run which was not there at all. In fact, he probably wanted to make sure that there were 16 runs required of the final over, which was bowled by Chris Woakes, with 16 runs to win. And the second delivery, in fact, Mahendra Singh Dhoni went for a very dangerous 2 runs, but he managed to do that. And then the third ball was a dot ball, and probably the fourth delivery, one thought that Dhoni could have actually taken a run, but he decided that he is going to take the onus of doing the honors, and he decided to shield Ambati Rayudu, who was making his debut, and he did not go for a run. One does not know whether that was the right way to do it. Probably Dhoni trusted that 99 times out of 100, he has always done it in international matches, and why not today? And unfortunately, that was not Dhoni's day today. And Chris Woakes, I thought, bowled a good delivery, which Dhoni could get only a single, so that increased the pressure on Dhoni, and the only way that India could win was for Dhoni and I think he took a single of the last delivery. I just trying to see what really happened, and then finally it was all over with Ambati Rayudu left with the task of actually hitting a boundary or a 6 to actually win the match, which was absolutely not possible, and Ambati Rayudu remained not out on 3 of 5 balls. Mahendra Singh Dhoni was not out on 27 of 18 balls, 2 4s and 1 6, and India losing the match on the last match on the Tour of England by they lost the match by 3 runs, with India finishing on 177 for 5 of 20 overs. So whether that was the right decision taken by Dhoni to go and not shield Ambati Rayudu, one does not know, because Ambati Rayudu is also a recognized batsman. The only thing was that he was making his T20 international debut, but we know that he played well in the 2 one-day internationals where he got 2 50s, but probably Mahendra Singh Dhoni felt that he's the one to do it. One does not know that. I'm sure there will be a lot written about this particular decision that Dhoni took. Anyways, I don't have time to dwell on that, unfortunately. Well, so let's look at the bowling figures from the Englishmen here. Finn bowled 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 28. Moeen Ali 3 overs, 1 for 31. Gurney went for 29 of his 4 with 1 wicket. Chris Woakes was given the responsibility of bowling the last over to Dhoni, and I thought he did a good job. 4 overs, no maiden, 143. Bopara 1 for 14. Treadwell 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 28. And in fact, James Treadwell was the one who actually piled on the pressure, because once Jadeja was out, he bowled a pretty tight over, and that was what increased the pressure on the Indians, and India were left with 16 runs to win. And in a T20 match, one reckons that 16 runs is something that any team can really get. But well, that's cricket. So it's all over. It ended in favour of England. England winning the one-off T20 match, India ending the tour of England, and that was it. So now we are going to the next match. So this is as far as this particular T20 match is concerned. Now I'm very briefly I'm going to go here. As I said yesterday, West Indies probably would have declared. Yes, they definitely declared at a score of 484 for 7 here on the third day. Chanderpaul really stonewalling to an unbeaten 85 of 226 balls with 6 fours. They lost Brathwaite pretty quickly, and as I said, the hero was the Bangladeshi left-arm spinner and debutant Tajiul Islam, as he took his wicket pretty early in the morning today for 212 with 14 deliveries. It was a very good effort from Craig Brathwaite to getting his maiden double century. After that, we saw that Blackwood contributed 10 of 23 deliveries with 1-4, and then we also saw that, and there was a sense of urgency, but the wickets were going, but Dinesh Ramadan decided to apply the declaration at 484 for 7, and the wickets fell. We saw the wicket of Blackwood getting LBW to Rubil Hussain for 10 with 1 boundary. Ramadan, the wicketkeeper, was a victim of the bowling of Tajiul Islam for 5. Taylor Wentfield to Tajiul Islam for 10, and also we saw that Chanderpaul remaining not out in 85, 6 fours, and West Indies declining the innings close at 484 for 7 of 484 for 7. And as I said, the bowling, the person was Tajiul Islam, the left-arm spinner, and as I said, I think Bangladesh have definitely unearthed a real spinner of merit here in the form of the left-arm spinner Tajiul Islam, who is not afraid to flight the ball. He also has other weapons in his armory, and he looks to be a full-fledged left-arm spinner in the making. 47 overs, 9 maidens, 135 runs and 5 wickets. Now let's have a look at the Bangladeshi card. Well, Bangladesh really struggled. In fact, as far as Bangladesh were concerned, they were all out for 182. Suleiman Benn was the record-in-chief as he bowled 24.4 overs, 8 maidens, 39 runs and 5 wickets in his bag. So that was a good return for the left-arm spinner, left-arm tall spinner, Suleiman Benn. And as far as Bangladesh were concerned, well, they lost Tamim Iqbal pretty quickly as he tried to hit a ball. It was angled into him from Kemar Roche. It went into Bravo's hands. He was gone for 1. Bravo was the one always in business today, as the second wicket also, Imrul Case, fell to Jerome Taylor for 9. Again, Bravo was the catcher. And then they had a brief partnership between Shamsur Rahman and Muminul Haq that led some stability to the innings when the score got pushed on to 80. But then Shamsur Rahman was out for 35 with 5 fours. Muminul Haq was the one who was the highest scorer, getting to a 50 with 50. He made 51 with 7 fours. He was caught behind the bowling of Shannon Gabriel, and then after that it was pretty tough stuff for the Bangladeshi batsmen, as Suleiman Benn really ran through this Bangladeshi lineup, and Mushfiqur Rahim, the captain, was the one who was trying to hold the innings together but couldn't get any support whatsoever, as he remained not out on 48 with 6 boundaries. And he saw Nasir Hussain getting out for 2, and in fact it was Blackwood, the part-time spinner, who was given an opportunity by Ramadan, and he didn't disappoint, bowling 6 overs, 1 maiden, 14 runs and 2 wickets. So 7 wickets falling to the spinners today, West Indian spinners. And as I said, Mushfiqur Rahim was watching everything happening in front of him from the non-strikers, and Nasir Hussain was out for 2. Shaugat Ohum, the debutant, was out for 16 with 3 boundaries. Tajiul Islam was out for 2. Rubil Hussain for 1, and Alamin Hussain for 5, and all the wickets were claimed by Suleiman Benn other than Nasir Hussain. So 182 for 10 all out, and that was stumps on day 3 of the first test match here between West Indies and Bangladesh at Arnold's Vale in St. Vincent. As far as the bowling is concerned, as said, Suleiman Benn was the one who was a record-in-chief, 5 wickets, and Jermaine Blackwood, the part-time spinner, taking 2 wickets for 14 runs and 1 wicket apiece to Shannon Gabriel, Kemar Roche, and Jerome Taylor, and that was it. So dear fans and subscribers, unfortunately I don't have much time to really dwell on anything here. Yes, I would, before I leave this cricket show, I would like to just share one small cricket news. George Bailey, who has been the specialist T20 captain as far as Australia is concerned, has decided to quit as the captain of the Australian cricket team, and he has also said that Aaron Finch should be the one who should be taking over, but I thought George Bailey was the one who was penciled in by the Australian Cricket Board as a very, very intelligent cricketer. No doubt about that. We know that George Bailey is a very intelligent cricketer. He has also led Australia in T20 World Cups. He has been a specialist T20 captain, but he has decided that he no longer would be the Australian captain. He himself has really bowed down, and the Australian Cricket Board has also accepted it they have accepted what George Bailey has said. Well, dear fans and subscribers, on this note, this Cricket Happening show of almost 26 minutes is about to wind up. Thanks and have a good night, dear friends and subscribers. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Thank you.